Well, you might be wondering where I've been. Well, just kind of hanging out. To be honest with you, I haven't had a lot to talk about, so I haven't brought any video because what's the point if you ain't got nothing to say? But a lot of you had sent some DMs wanting to know where I am, so I'm going to fill you in. As you can see, I've got some radio gear set up. I'm trying to get back into the radio show here. This is a 3-foot fiberglass antenna, base antenna, no ground plane needed. I'm going to put it on a 20-foot pole and put it on top and then run it into this. This is a CB radio, which I picked up, practically brand new. I got a brand new cross needle, and that's my favorite kind of meter, SWR watt meter, which I will put in line to keep an eye on the SWR and see what the power is on the radio. This is a sideband radio as well. There's my 2-meter handheld, which there is no local 2-meter traffic. Down here I've got a handheld CB radio, which I actually have set up so I can listen to the weather. Plus you can use it to listen to radios if you're working on it. I've got a brand new 6 amp power supply with an 8 amp surge. I bought some helping hands, a new soldering iron, parts and pieces, PL 259Ns to put onto the coax when I run the antenna. I've got a, up here, 50-foot piece of coax for the antenna. Of course I got my radio dude I dug out. This is a speaker that I've had for a while. This speaker came out, oh god, I would say 9 years ago. It actually has lights that go from green to yellow to red, depending on the volume of the speaker. But the flaw with the speaker was those lights never worked. This is solid metal. I kid you not. This is, God, it's probably a 3-pound speaker. It is solid metal. It came in black and chrome, and I think they only made them for a year. Very rare, very hard to find. This thing is practically brand new. I got one because of a forum I was on, still am there actually as a moderator, and I got one of these at a discounted price to do a review. It is, if this hit you, you'll be unconscious. These little mounts, a friend of mine who has since passed made these. It's kind of nice to get it when you got like a mobile setup on a base, because it gives you a little space underneath for the speaker, or if you got like an external speaker, it can go there. I've got a screw in the back CB antenna up right now to kind of listen, but these are notoriously horrible. They don't pick up anything. But I wanted to turn the radio on. I didn't want to have an antenna. Let me turn on the... See, my power supply is all set up. And I wanted to be able to at least turn the radio on. I don't want to check it. I mean, now with all mobile radios with a built-in free counter, you got to let them warm up a little bit. It is on frequency, but the digit down here takes a little while. But this is a nice radio. This is a Freedom 1 TR696 FD1, I believe. I got a pretty good deal on this. This is a good little radio. But this antenna won't get you anything, so I put it back there in case I accidentally key the mic up or something like that. I also, comes with a pretty nice mic, but one of the things I've had for a very long time, over on this side, you can't see it, is an Echo mic. I've got that out, and I've got all my parts and pieces to work on radio gear that I saved when I moved down here. Plus I got some more stuff down here in this box. So that's kind of the big thing I've been working on, while working for work, obviously. And I'm really happy with this radio. This was a good deal. It should be pretty good radio, but I got to get the antenna up, and the power supply, I got a really good deal on that. That was a good, sweet deal. And I got parts, pieces that I ordered, shrink tubing to do any wiring when you do the soldering. The helping hands down here is a magnifying glass. It's got a built-in light, plus it holds your soldering iron. And I got some other miscellaneous parts and pieces. And I got my radio gear, and just kind of getting back into the radio. I can't afford a ham radio at the moment, but I did renew my ham license. It had been 10 years this month since I had my ham license, so I have renewed it. And that kind of kicked me off on the whole radio thing. I was kind of hoping the local 2-meter situation was going to be better, but I can only really hit one, and it is local.
Channel mode.
And nobody's ever on the 2 meter. I mean, ever. I had this when I first dug all this up and set this up a couple weeks ago. I left this on for almost a week continuous. I'd set it in the charger at night, but I'd leave it on. And I heard one person key up the microphone. I assume it was a person because it wasn't sometimes it kicks over and gives the call sign. Well, it wasn't that. So, but I do hit the repeater. Well, I was hitting the repeater. The repeater might be down. But the repeater is in Dade City. We had a huge thunderstorm roll through tonight. I mean, it was massive. And one of the guys that does stuff with the ham group, supposedly, posted on Facebook that I think they were going to turn off the repeater because the lightning was close by or something. I don't know. Doesn't matter. Nobody's ever on it. So it's kind of disappointing, to be honest with you. But it is what it is. So yeah, just that, and on the old computer, doing stuff here in my computer situation. Yes, it's really me. So that's really what I've been kind of tinkering on a little bit. I really wanted to get back into the radio thing. Like I said, this 3-foot tram antenna is a no ground plane, which is nice. And if you put that on like a 20-foot pole, you're not even going to see it from the front of the house. And so I'm going to put it up, and once that's up, that actually covers 20, 26, 27, 28, 29 megahertz. Yes, does not go up to 30. So it covers quite a few megahertz in case you want to use it for some ham radio as well, which is good. That's one of the reasons I bought it, because it had multiple uses, as anything you buy should. And the cross needle meter is nice. I like cross needles. You can get the real expensive ones from like Yaesu or ICOM. This is not an inexpensive one. I was putting this all together on a bit of a budget, to say the least. But it's a nice one, and I've got a jumper on the back all hooked up, ready to go. And I will put that in when I get the antenna up. I also got my tester leads over here because I got my tester. I actually got this from my dad. This is an old tester, but it still works good. I put a brand new battery in it. I forgot I left the battery in it when I moved down to Florida. 6 years the battery sat in there. Needless to say, it needed a little cleaning. So I cleaned it all up. And one of the other things, let's see if I can get it without making too much of a mess. Well, I guess I can't. One of the things is this power supply came with a short, it does reach down to the thing because of the short power cord, but I bought a brand new power cord to put into this so that I can have a nice new cord. And then I'm going to take my excuse me, these are my I said earlier it was from a meter. They're not. These are actually my jumpers for my power supply. So you plug it in with the banana clips. Well, I'm going to take the other power cord I got and redo these so it's thicker, because this is pretty small gauged wire. So I want to be able to hook things up with 12 volts, have a little bit better wire for it. Which is one of the things I was going to do when I made the setup when I was up in Maine before I moved down here, but things changed and we moved, so I didn't get a chance to do it. So well, that's pretty much it. You're caught up on what I'm doing. Still looking for work, and kind of just playing around with some radio gear. Like I said, the ham radio 2 meter was a real disappointment, which is too bad. But, it happens. I've tried a couple other repeaters, and I can't really hit them from here. I'm not really in the best location for it, I guess. But I could hit that other one. I don't know why I'm not hitting it tonight. It could be the weather, though. We'll see. I'll look at it here. I'm pretty sure I got it set up right. There you go. Must not have keyed it in all the way. So it does hit the repeater, and I got pretty good strength in it, but nobody's ever on. Just a disappointment. But anyway, the CB will be real nice. It's kind of where I started anyway. I was in CBs when I was 19, but I was in them off and on younger when my folks had them. So I had a CB shop and everything there at one time. And I made some pretty good money with that CB shop. Did it with one of my best friends at the time, who has since passed away. So I'll get back into it. It's a stepping stone anyway. Get up into the 10 meters eventually, and then hopefully back into the HF. But that's what the 2 meters was kind of a stepping stone too, so hopefully that'll pick up. Alright guys, that's about it. So I will catch you later. Have a great day.